what happened with Brian May? There's a lot of contradiction over this. Tony and Brian May were had a friendship for many years, and when we were doing that first album, Brian came round the studio because of his friendship with Tony, and uh, Queen. A lot of their stuff was put together by doing loads of edits. So Tony got this one song that we'd recorded and we'd be trying to do a final mix on. And Tony says, Brian, why don't you have a go at seeing doing one of your tricks with the edits on this, and we'll go and have a curry. So we went down to the restaurant and had a curry, and when we got back there was Brian, and on the floor was just a mound of tape, which he couldn't make sense of. He couldn't. That was it. That's the end of the story. That was it.
For an album that came out in 77, the production on it really stands out because a lot of these British new wave records, the debuts
Mm.
come out and it sounds like they were recorded with a toaster. But with you guys, that first album sounds amazing. So how did Tony Iommi become a producer on that first Quartz album?
Well, as you're aware, he produced three or four, I don't know how many it was, of the Sabbath albums.
Yeah,
And he'd obviously built up quite a skill from the production sort of side. And he's, he built up a rapport with Robin Black as an engineer stroke producer as well. But Tony, what happened was we were in a bit of a limbo state because we'd fallen out with the manager at one stage. And Jeff Nichols actually come up with the idea of approaching Albert Chapman. Albert Chapman is a very close friend of Tony's. They went to school together, and to this day, they're like brothers. So when Albert took on the job of managing us, he obviously, and at the time, I think I can't remember, at the time, he was actually co-managing Black Sabbath as well. He was tour manager and helping to manage it because at that time as well, the band were managing themselves because they'd fallen out with Patrick Meehan. And because of their close friendship, Tony took an interest in us. He started coming to all the gigs. Uh, he went way above, far and beyond anybody's expectations of getting involved with us. He used to come on a regular basis because we built our own studio to record in. Tony used to come there and listen to what we got and suggest ideas. And he was helping because from Albert's point of view, actually managing a band, it was new terrain. So he was helping Albert trying to get this management thing to look after us. And at the time as well, Jet Records was sniffing around Black Sabbath because obviously that it would have been a feather in their caps if they could get Sabbath on their roster as well. So it was all that sort of going on, and then Tony got the opportunity, I think, from Jet to produce us, which we were obviously really over the moon at, and also we did. I think we did two and a half tours with Sabbath as well.
right. And you mentioned that he suggested ideas. Was that for the writing process? Did he ever influence any of the song structure or riffs or
No,
anything?
I don't think he did actually. He would just point out that perhaps one part was better if we changed it round. No, he never did anything. No, he never did. He never did influencing from a musical point of view. No.